How do we break the cycle of comparison? As a creative that feels like she is always comparing herself to others, is there a solution to turn our jealousy into inspiration? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name's Chantal, I'm a watercolor artist and illustrator, and at the moment I am creating two gorgeous, beautiful 2025 calendars. One is Secret Spots of Kangaroo Island, and the other is like a bloom calendar full of beautiful flowers. And both of them are going live in my shop update, as well as all the originals in bloom, on the 2nd of October. It is currently the 18th of September, and I still have to paint 13 of those pieces for those calendars. We're very behind schedule. I also lost an entire week last week because I was sick, so I'm very much under pressure. And we're going to now work out if it's possible for me to finish these two calendars within the next week. So let's dive into that. Alright guys, so what I've done is I've written down a list of all the 13 paintings, and I'm going to go and put how many hours each one is going to take. I'm pretty accurate at guessing that. And then I'm also going to schedule on what day it's going to get done. And it's currently Wednesday, so it's not even the start of the week, y'all. Anyway, so I'm aiming for next Wednesday to be finished. One thing that is in my favour though guys is this beautiful freaking sunshine. Last week was absolutely horrifically cold and wet and disgusting. Look at this. How do we break the cycle of comparison? No matter where we are in our stage of life, most humans always compare themselves to someone else. Whether that's goals, career, money, your skills, I feel like we always are in a cycle of comparing ourselves to new people. But how do we turn that comparison and that jealousy into inspiration for us to reach new heights and use that comparison and jealousy to see what is possible? In the last 3 years as an artist, I have gone through many cycles of comparison, and I've never heard someone talk about this topic in relation to their career, especially as someone who is self-employed and someone who runs their own business. Usually I hear comparison about body image or perhaps even money, but I never really hear comparison talked about in depth. In the way that you go through cycles of comparison, every time you reach your goals, you move on to someone else or a whole new topic. In the first year of being an artist, I compared my art skills, and when I got comfortable and confident in them, it was social media or money. And as soon as I reached those goals in that area, it was going back to the beginning of my art skills. So how can we break this cycle of comparison? Morning guys, it's Thursday. I'm still a little bit sick, but before we get into painting today, I actually need to do a little bit of spring cleaning and dusting because it's so dusty in here, and I have not cleaned the studio and the art gallery in so long, so I'm going to do that. I also have to pack a few orders that I have not packed yet since coming back to the studio, and I also need to fix something on a sponsorship for last week's video. If you're seeing this one, no, a couple weeks ago. Anyway, fix something for a sponsorship before the video goes live. So I'm going to do those 3 things, and then we're going to get into painting. Let's go. It's very easy to say things to put your mind at ease, like everyone is on their own journey and everyone has different experiences and has their own voice and has their own goals and missions, which is very true. I think those words can be very encouraging and can be really helpful, but I don't think they are a long-term solution. And the reason why is that they do not go to the root cause of this comparison cycle issue, and they are just a temporary band-aid solution. Let me explain further. It's really nice to hear those words of encouragement from your favorite YouTuber or your favorite artist or influential person, or maybe your mum, or maybe even you tell them yourself. But you're not doing any physical action to change how you think and how you compare yourself to other people. Words can only do so much. So you might be thinking, Chantal, what do you mean? What actions can I do that will actually allow me to break the cycle of comparison? And there's a few things. We're going to jump into them right now. I forgot to show you guys yesterday, but I did finish this beautiful flower, actually. I didn't think I was going to finish it last night, but my boyfriend was really late to pick me up. So here it is, finished. Slay. I do think I'm going to actually go and paint the Kangaroo Island scene now. Even though I kind of want to do another flower, but I need to get on with the Kangaroo Island scenes, you know. So yeah, I think I'm going to go and paint one of those. So let's get on it. Let's get rolling, because I did my 3 jobs now. When I first opened my own little art gallery 2.5, nearly 3 years ago, I had no art experience. I had no knowledge in colour theory, anatomy. I did not even have an art style. I found my art style a year later. So during that entire year, comparison, yeah, it hit me bad. All my friends that I'm with now, Australian artists I followed and now they follow me back, man, I was comparing myself to them so bad. Good morning, my butter muffins. It's currently raining and it's Friday. A lot of painting to do today because I'm behind still. So I'm thinking maybe 2 flowers and this painting of Kangaroo Island Secret Spot, and maybe another one. That's ambitious. But yeah, just putting up a YouTube video at the moment, and then I also have to make a poster, but otherwise full painting day. So let's get to it. Let's get painting. It got to the point where I was so overwhelmed on what to create and what art style I should go down, what path I should choose, and I was constantly jealous of other people's skills that I decided to block them. If you feel like you are in the beginning of your career where you have so much information overload, inspiration overload, and you don't know where to go, what techniques to adapt, and you haven't found your voice and your why yet, I suggest that you limit your objects and your people of inspiration, especially if you are constantly comparing your art skills to their art skills, those people who have been practicing their art skills and their why and their dream for years, because that comparison is inhibiting you from progressing your skills further. But what if you block these people, you come back and you're still in that cycle of comparison? Well, I want to change your mindset on how you view comparison. I kid you not, this poppy took me 3 hours. That's a long time. I didn't expect it to take that long. My God. But now it's done. It's also a bit late in the day. I don't know if I want to start another piece or go home. God, we have to start another one. We did 1 painting today. 1.5. I finished the other piece. Anyway, did post the video, and I did also make... did also make a poster for my exhibition. So I did do those things as well in the last hour. You know what? We're going to start another painting. Let's go. This mindset, if you can implement it, will break the cycle of comparison. I want you to see whatever you are comparing yourself, whoever you are comparing yourself to, as the potential of what you could achieve. So instead of, I wish I could do that, I wish I was there, I wish I was her, it's, I could be her, I am going to be her. Good morning, y'all. It's Monday and I have 9 paintings to do before Thursday. However, I also need to create the calendars digitally on my computer. And I don't want to get to the end of the week and have to do 2 calendars because they take quite a long time as well, like 10 hours each, probably more. So I've got a plan. Today, I'm going to do the last 3 flowers so I can photograph all the flowers tomorrow, ready to put the originals up on my shop and also be able to digitalize the flowers for the bloom calendar, which means that I can do all of that at night and that during the day I can paint my Kangaroo Island secret spots. So that's currently what the plan is. And we're going to get straight into painting today. We're going to get straight into painting those 3 flowers. So let's do it. I feel like the saying turn your comparison into inspiration is somewhat hypocritical. What I said at the beginning is I said words can only do so much. And it is definitely easier said than done. The biggest thing is turning that jealousy and comparison into inspiration through action. I want you guys to make a plan. Write down a plan and set goals in your calendar that you're going to buy from me at the end of this video on how you are going to get to the place where the person you are comparing yourself to is. I'm going to explain this with an example. Hey guys, I just finished my little carnation. I don't know if she's giving enough. She's a bit different from the rest of them, but maybe she'll be someone's perfect flower. I don't know. I feel like because she doesn't have like a little center, that's what's putting it off for me. But yeah, she's just different from the rest, you know, just like me. No, I'm not gonna stop. But we need to keep a move on because it's already like nearly 3 o'clock and I got work to do. So we're going to put this one with the rest of them and we're going to start an iris, which I'm very excited about. Now there are 3 important stages in breaking the cycle of comparison. The first one is having the mindset of turning what you are jealous of, what you are comparing yourself to, into inspiration of what is possible. And then you're going to take that inspiration and you're going to focus on you. And by focusing on you, you're going to take action. I want you to track your long-term growth in the areas that you feel insecure about, aka the areas that you are comparing yourself to in other people or whatever you are comparing yourself to. Long-term growth is very important here because growth is not linear. And if you are comparing your growth to, you know, your 1 month to someone's 2 years, bestie, that's not how it works. You have to track your own growth long term. It takes months, it takes years. And your growth might be really small, but when you look at long term, you think, whoa, how far have I come? It's small, but it adds up. Now, I don't mind how you track your growth. It can be journals, it can be just journaling with feeling, it can be in apps. As you guys know, I'm creating my 2025 calendars and I love to track my goals in my calendars. Let's say on the 12th of January 2023, I hit 20k followers and I add up all those little small achievements and I put them in a graph so I can see them visually. I had 2 jobs to do today before I was going to start painting. However, the lack of sunlight means that I can't do either of them. Number one, I was going to film a Q&A for YouTube about illustrating and writing my children's book, and I can't do that because there's no sunlight. Number 2 is that I was going to photograph all 12 of the flower paintings for my 2025 calendar so I could start editing that calendar together. I can't do that unless the sunlight comes out because I need the sunlight to photograph them. So, you know what? Maybe we're just going to start painting the Kangaroo Island secret spots. Hope the sunlight comes out so we can photograph those flower paintings. Now, I am such a visual learner, as you might assume, because I'm an artist, but whatever type of learner you are, whatever type of way you like to see information, finds what's best for you. Maybe you want to turn your growth into a story, or you like to listen, or what other learning ways are there? If you wanted to see the math, the numbers. But for me, I'm a visual learner. So I like to put my growth into a little graph over the past few years, whether that growth is monetary, it's my art skills, it's my social media growth. I like to put it in a little graph so that I can see in all three categories, my growth has been following an exponential trend. Now, you might be at the bottom of that freaking graph for years before you see growth. For years, guys. Which is so important to look and see long term. But acknowledging even the smallest growth each year tells me that there is room for more. Hey guys, I just finished a painting, but it's very simple, and I'm like, do we need to add details? Because I just love how simple the washes are and how beautiful the colors flow from one to the other. And I'm like, do we need details? Does it need to be extra? Because honestly, I just love how simple it is, just the way it is. I don't know. We're going to put it away. Maybe I'll come back to it and add more details later. But I love it. I love the colours. And I want to preserve the colours. I don't want to take away from the beautiful gradients and the colours that I've done. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway. Another part to overcoming comparison, to stop comparison and break the cycle of comparison, if you're like me and you go through cycles, is to be grateful for the journey you are already on and be grateful for what you have already achieved. And feeling grateful for what you have already achieved and what you already have comes through inspired action. It's very easy to say what you are grateful for and to even write down what you are grateful for. But in order to stop yourself comparing yourself to others is actually take inspired action further on what you are grateful for in your own life and what you have achieved yourself. Let me explain. Say, for example, you hit like 100k followers on Instagram, and in order to say thank you and to be grateful is to host a really cool giveaway. And I think that's so important to show those signs of gratefulness through action, because the scientific evidence is that we immediately feel satisfaction and happiness of where we are. Morning guys, it is Wednesday. Today is a cold, wet, windy day. But yesterday was an eventful day. I finished 3 paintings yesterday. That's insanity. That's just crazy. Finished this one. I finished this one. And I finished this one, which I love. Anyway, my boyfriend was boxing late, so I was like having my gallery open very late to like 7 p.m. here, and I sold an original artwork, and now there's a hole in my wall. So this morning, before we start painting, I need to rearrange my gallery and put the art piece up there, which is so exciting. And I also need to paint. I also need to pack a print. My beautiful humans, I found some really interesting things and explanations of why gratitude backed by inspired action can change your negative emotions. So I'm going to do my best to explain the science behind it. So feelings of gratefulness and the higher feelings of gratefulness, which comes through action, are evoked in the right anterior of the temporal cortex. and that influences the volume of grey matter in the right inferior temporal gyrus. And you're like, Chantal, what does this mean? What does this mean? Those parts of the brain enhance dopamine and serotonin, which are the neurotransmitters responsible for happiness. Not only that, but they reduce fear and anxiety by regulating stress hormones, the same stress hormones that lead you to compare yourself to others. Period. The science even says that you should take inspired action for gratefulness. Hey guys, I finished another painting, honestly, just one today. She's looking cute. She's just blues and greens. We love it. But yeah, I need to go to the bank, I need to go to the post, and I need to go to the butcher all before they close. So I'm going to go and do that. And then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to start my second to last painting. And then tomorrow I will finish that painting, I think, and then I will also finish my last painting, and then I need to quickly photograph them all and create my calendar. And yeah, that will be in next week's vlogs, but I might show you guys a sneak peek of the calendars, because by the time this video goes up, they'll be out. Let's go. Hey guys, good morning. We're going to take a really quick break in illustrating the watercolor pieces for my 2025 calendar, because Arrtx was kind enough to send me their new acrylic markers, and I have been itching to try them out, but I've just been so busy. And they told me and recommended that they work really good on rough surfaces like canvas, rocks, like pottery. And I have a wooden drum that I have to paint for someone, and so I thought that would be the perfect thing to try out these acrylic markers. So that's what we're going to do this morning quickly before we jump into painting. I usually paint the drums in acrylic or oil, but if you're a painter, you know the time it takes to set up and pack up paints prevents us from really getting started sometimes. So I'm like, oh my god, these acrylic markers are going to be great if I just have little small jobs to do like this one, and I can get started straight away without having that mess to set up and pack up. So you know what, let's cue the montage right now. So the 48 set comes with a big variety of different colors, and I was really keen to see how they would blend and layer. So you shake, you pump, and then you can paint. And I really urge shake the pen for a good while. And I started with some really bright colors because I was like, this is going to look really nice on the wood. Even the light colors stood out on the wood grain, and the wood had like some texture to it, and I was like, is this gonna work? And it actually did, which is crazy. And like to this day, the colors have stayed very bright on the wood. They haven't washed off, they haven't rubbed off, and they're like, the ink soaks into the wood so well. Arrtx has 50% more ink than your average acrylic marker, which makes them really easy to use on any material you guys want. And if you'd like to try them out, I have put the links in my description. Today is, I'm sorry, you guys crooked. I'm too lazy to get up, I'm sorry. Today is technically the last day of the week to finish my last 2 paintings in order to do 12 paintings in 7 days. I actually think I've done 13 paintings, so honestly I only need to do 1 and I've reached my goal. But I also have 2 until I finish the calendar. However, this morning, before I get started with painting, I need to film a Q&A for YouTube about my children's book and what it's like to write and illustrate my children's book. And I asked you guys to ask me some juicy questions, and juicy questions were asked, and I'm very excited to film it. Very excited. The only thing is that I'm a bit tired this morning, which is so weird because I had a good sleep. Don't know why I'm tired, but I'm very excited to film this Q&A. So we're going to film it this morning. It probably will take an hour or 2, and then we're going to get into painting. So I'll see you guys when I finish that. Hey guys, I have just finished my Q&A probably like an hour and a half ago, maybe. Yeah, about nearly 2 hours ago, and I've just been sitting here. My mum came in. I had to do a few errands on my computer, admin, whatnot. I'm so out of it. Ultimately, comparison can stop us from achieving our highest potential, can stop us from creating work and putting our art into the world. So if you take anything from this video, I'd like you to change your mindset on comparison. Instead of being jealous of where other creators are at, use where they are as inspiration of where you could be in the future. If it's possible for them, it's possible for you. And instead of being caught up in the whirlwind of other people's goals and what other people are doing, focus on you, track your long-term growth. Practice gratefulness of where you are right now, because in order for you to move forward, you have to be grateful for where you are right now. And I cannot believe that I just painted 13 artworks in 8 days, 12 artworks in a week. Like, that is insanity. And I think the lesson we learned is that if you set your mind to something, you make a plan and you believe you can achieve it, watch it unfold in front of you. You can do it. Because I didn't think I could do it unless I had the plan in place, and I really started believing that. I was like, yep, I can paint these artworks and I can do it to a high standard because they're so beautiful, they're so pretty. And by the time this video gets edited and goes live, the collection will be up in my shop. All 12 original watercolor paintings of the flowers will be up in my shop. If you want to become a collector, they'll all be under 200 Australian dollars. And my 2 calendars, my Secret Spots of Kangaroo Island and my Bloom calendar, will also be live. Anyway, they go live, the shop goes live on the 3rd of October, which is a Thursday. This video will probably be on the Thursday or the Friday. So we're going to time jump into next week when I have the calendars, and I'm going to show you guys a sneak peek as well. But I also do want to say that next week's vlog will be me photographing the artwork, making it into the 2 calendars, getting the calendars shipped to me, photographing the calendars, maybe even shipping out a few orders. So I'll take you guys behind the scenes of how I, prepare for a shop update and do a little shop update, because I've never done one this year really. But very last thing is that I want to show you guys the pieces that I made. So this is a marigold. This is not in order, by the way. Got a little orchid. This one's a briar rose. This one's your pansy. Got a carnation, poppy, peony, iris, spider lily, sorry guys, rose, hibiscus. So those are the lovely ones for my Bloom calendar. And then this one, I'm not sure what I'm going to put on the title page yet. I do have another artwork that possibly could be the title page artwork, but we have this beautiful one. We have this spot. This one, which I don't know, is it too blue? Maybe someone will love it, you don't mind. this cutie pootie. I want to change something on this one yet, actually, before I photograph them. But this one, I love how the sky turned out of this one. It's very different from all the rest. And then this one is a little simple one. This one, I just love the washes, and I was like, if I put details on it, I'm gonna ruin it. So we've got this one. This one is a favorite. Everybody loves this one. Then we've got this one. This one. Oh my god. And we have this lovely one. Excited for my shop update. Go check it out because they will all be live now, and we're also going to jump into the future, and I'm going to show you guys a sneak peek of my calendars. So I think I might just flip through both calendars, like right here, because honestly that's the best lighting. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I can't wait to show you more and keep you updated along my art journey. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and if you'd like to support my art, my originals and calendars are up in my shop. Love you!